I honestly give this banana zone an 80 something% chance of happening almost immediately.
Raoul, a leading macro analyst and prominent figure in the cryptocurrency world, continues to deliver sharp insights into the future of digital assets. As a former Goldman Sachs executive and a well-known crypto bull, Powell's work centers around how macroeconomic shifts affect the global financial landscape, particularly in the cryptocurrency and digital asset markets where he has significant investments. According to Powell, the macro environment is on the verge of a major transformation as central banks shift from quantitative tightening and aggressive rate hikes to more accommodative policies like rate cuts and quantitative easing. This change, he explains, is crucial to preventing global economies from overheating. The U.S. Federal Reserve recently signaled the start of this transition, announcing its first rate cut since the pandemic began. Powell believes these improving liquidity conditions will lead to explosive growth in the cryptocurrency market. While he is optimistic about the entire space, he highlights Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Sui as standout assets poised for significant gains, with Solana at the forefront of the next market cycle. In his latest Real Vision update, Powell discusses the evolving macroeconomic environment and provides his outlook for the cryptocurrency market over the next few months. He also shares his investment strategy for capitalizing on what he sees as a $100 trillion opportunity in the crypto space, identifying key areas for growth and positioning for long-term success. Join us as we break down Powell's insights, including his thoughts on the banana zone and the cryptocurrencies he's backing for 2025 and beyond. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions. And check out our other videos featuring industry leaders like Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, and Lynn Alden.
Now, I'm wearing my Banana Zone t-shirt because I think it's coming. I think it's coming in days or maybe a week. And before I said, well, maybe it's next month, maybe it's the month after, maybe it's this week, I don't know. I'm like, no. Julian and I in Global Macro Investor, which is the flagship research service. If you haven't checked it out, go to globalmacroinvestor.com, have a look, see what we do from there. That's where we do the deep work. I think we do more macro crypto work than anybody else in the world, and I think our macro work is the best in the world as well. And we've done thousands of hours on this. And I know it sounds hubristic, but I honestly give this banana zone an 80 something% chance of happening almost immediately. Give it 2 weeks, within 2 weeks. And I know that sticking my neck out and wearing my Banana Zone t-shirt, I'm trying not to jinx the thing. But, as I talked about, all of our hopes and dreams are in this. Mine too. Real Vision as a business. Almost everybody I speak to, I've been on the phone with a few, billionaire GMI subscribers, friends of mine. Everybody wants this to happen. Everyone needs this to happen because people are invested. Now, technology, there's a bunch of other ways of skinning this cat, but really people have been like this with high interest rates, a slow business cycle where ISM has been bumping along. And I know people like a lot of, people on Twitter are like, oh my God, the markets are all-time high. What is everybody complaining about? Speak to real fucking people when their mortgages are like that, their interest payments are like that, their credit card bills are like that. Speak to corporations who are trying to borrow money that aren't kind of AAA rated tech companies that have no debt, all of this stuff. It has been very, very difficult for a while. Rates have been the highest they have for a very long time. The rate of change of interest rates was enormous. Inflation is now wildly below interest rates. So real rates are ridiculously restrictive and people feel it. People are not happy. People don't have personal expenditure abilities to do what they want. But it's coming. It's coming. The business cycle's changing. So all of you who run businesses, all of you who see the sluggishness of the cycle and wonder why the equity market's going to all-time highs and your business isn't yet, it's all going to come. Things are going to improve dramatically. The equity market's driven by liquidity. Your earnings, yours and mine, are driven by the business cycle. And that is just about to pick up. So cheers. Here's to a much, much better 18 months ahead, both for your portfolio, for your personal lives, and everything else. Sure. You're going to have a go at me again for eating with my mouth open, but if I don't, I can't talk to you. And then you're sitting there thinking, why the fuck am I watching this when Raoul's just chewing his food? But I'm going to be uncouth. I could do this as well, but that's ridiculous. So that's really the banana zone. The banana zone is here and now. The other thing I put out on X was about Sui. Sui is a crypto token that I'm on the foundation board of. So yes, I'm shilling it, but I'm actually not. I don't talk about stuff that I don't think is going to go up. I've been talking about this for a while. I've been warning people that I think Sui is going to be one of the chosen ones of the cycle. And most importantly, it's outperforming Solana, which is my big bet. And Solana is, my chosen one. I have 90% of my net worth in Solana. But Sui, I've obviously been granted some tokens as being part of the foundation. They're locked up, etc. But I'm not going to sell. In fact, no, some of them are unlocked. I'm not going to sell. In fact, I've been buying personally because I think it's a chosen one. I think it's going to do really fucking well. Yes, there's a low free float, which everyone goes, oh my God, they're going to be dumping on you. But a lot of the unlock happened a few months ago. Really, it's now pretty phased and pretty low key. But in a bull market, in a really, really interesting protocol that has attention, a low free float means a smaller amount of money drives a larger price rise. The reverse can happen in the bear market too. So just beware, but we're in bull market times. One of what I like about Sui is what they're really trying to do is the team came out of Facebook or Meta, where they built the Libra project that was shut down by every government in the world. Not joking. They were literally told that they were not going to do this by everybody from the World Bank to the BIS to all the major central banks. And the team left. And they started, one group started Aptos, the other started Sui. They rebuilt the Move language they invented for this. And they built an incredibly sophisticated chain. But the point being is, it's really bloody fast. The latency of the chain is less than 1 second for finality, which is, if you think half the stuff, it's like minutes. The latency is fast enough for gaming, financial markets, that kind of stuff. They've just launching Walrus, which is a decentralized data storage layer using blobs that's built on top of the Sui network. So think of Filecoin, think of AWS, decentralized, but for a Web3 world. That's coming on top. There's a bunch of other applications. Pilotfish is coming, which is their version of FireDancer, which will give it kind of unlimited TPS. It's just a bloody interesting project. You may hate it. You may have something else you prefer. All I ask you to do is show to yourself, not to me, that your chart is going to outperform Solana. And then is it going to outperform Sui? Is it going to outperform? That's the way to do things. And that's what got me into the Bitcoin ETH cross. That's what got me into the Solana, ETH Solana trade. And Sui, I've been flagging this for a while. I thought it was looking like the chart was going to do this. So it feels like it's one of the big ones. There'll be other stuff that will outperform Sui without question. Maybe it's your token. Maybe it's and I'm not going to mention, every time I mention a bunch of tokens, I get shouted about, so I just can't be bothered with you guys. But listen, I believe in abundance. And I wish you, in whatever your choices are, the best. It is not player versus player. I'm just trying to make as much money for myself and for my subscribers of Pro Macro and Global Macro Investor and the Macro Investing Tool, all the things that I do to try and help people and publicly. I share a lot of my information for free, pisses off some of the people who are paying tens of thousands of dollars for my research, but it's really important for me to help as many people in this journey as possible. If we're going through the largest opportunity in all macro history in the shortest period of time, I've got to take as many people as possible with me. If not, I'm fucking selfish. That's not what I set up Real Vision. It's not what I've been doing this. It's really important to me that you guys do the best. Now, I am not fallible. I'm not a guru. I will not get everything right. And you will probably hate me at some point and love me at other times. Just, I mention this a lot. Just realize I'm just trying to do the best I can to help. I'm not trying to diss your coin. I'm not trying to do anything against you. I'm not trying to scam you, shill you, do anything. I am just doing what I'm doing myself, and I'm telling you what I'm doing. And if you don't want to do that, that's good too. If you want to come along with me for the ride, that's fine too. I don't have all the answers. I will not be the best in the world. Anyway,
The future looks incredibly promising for the cryptocurrency and digital asset space as we move into 2025 and beyond. We invite you to share your views on Raoul Pal's insights, as well as your thoughts on the upcoming developments for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and enable post notifications to stay updated with more content like this.